Welcome, friends, to the Hypocrites and Hypochondriacs podcast. I am your host, Antea Evelina, and I am excited about today's journey. Well, welcome back, friends, to the Hypocrites and Hypochondriacs podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. There has been two words that have been down in my spirit in regards to what the title of today's episode would be. The two words are civil unrest. The definition of civil unrest is typically defined by law enforcement as a gathering of three or more people in reaction to an event, with the intention of causing a public disturbance in violation of the law. Civil unrest typically involves damage to property or injury to other people. I feel as if there's a pause and a pivot that needs to happen here in this situation, because I feel like people feel like there's something that they need to do. As I began to do my own study about this particular episode, the word rest just stuck out to me. Rest is defined as to be placed or supported so as to stay in a specific position. And I think that our posture here in this particular season is for us to pivot, for us to listen, for us to watch the position that we're playing. Are we in a place of rest? Are we resting in God? It is that profound peace that God gives to those who love and obey Him regardless of the circumstances. That is the place of rest. We are to trust God and trust that He's going to go before us and work everything out for our good. There is nothing we can do. And I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and I remember the words just coming up and out of my mouth. And I said, there's nothing we can do. And I don't know if I got a reaction from them, but I got a reaction from myself, because I believe in situations like this, we always want to be doing something. We always want to be positive. We always want to, be doing something to act like we're actively a part of a solution. And the words just came up and out of me. And I toiled with that, because even in the conversation, I almost wanted to pull those words back, but I couldn't. And when I got home, I was trying to justify why I said it. And I tossed and turned about it all night long. And then I got up this morning as I prepared for the podcast, and I realized there's nothing that we can do. We are supposed to take a position in a place of peace where we allow the Lord to be with us in this instance. In the Bible, in Proverbs 3:5-6, in the Amplified version, it says, lean on, trust in God, and be confident in the Lord with all your heart and mind, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. It goes on to say, in all your ways, know, recognize, and acknowledge Him, and He will direct and make straight and plain your paths. In this hour, we must find ourselves listening. We are so quick to try to jump out in front of something, but we need to be still. The Bible also says in Psalms 46:10, the New King James Version, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Know is so important in this instance. And I think about 2 Corinthians 10:4-6. In the King James Version, it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and being in readiness to avenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. In the beginning of this episode, I gave you the definition of civil unrest and how it is defined as three or more people gathering in reaction to an event with the intention of causing public disturbance. I would like to leave you at Matthew 18:20 in the King James Version. It says, for where there is two or three gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So where there is three or more people gathered in reaction to an event with the intention of causing a public disturbance. We as believers need to gather with 2 or 3 people and know that God is in the midst of us. And that is where we will find change. Well, loved ones, I pray that you got something from this episode, and I pray that you go forward and you be encouraged. And remember, we are fruit bearers. We cultivate and we produce positive fruit so that others can benefit from it. And so I pray that you are out there actively sharing your fruit, especially in this season. Let this be a season of duplication of God's glory. Until next week, be blessed.